pulls the truth forward. Everything else fades, but the warmth stays honest. Makes you wonder, well, fire doesn't argue. It just shows up and keeps its word. That's why people trust it. You ever notice how shadows don't do this when the light changes? Maybe that's not something to fear. No, shadows prove the light is real. Without one, you'd never know the other existed. Who sits, who's invited, who stays too long? When does help stop being help?
When listening ends.
When listening ends. When presence turns into ownership. That's when the mirror starts to crack. But land remembers footsteps, doesn't it? Even long after voices are gone. Soil keeps better records than history books. It never forgets who came gently and who didn't. Sometimes strength wears a uniform. Sometimes it wears a smile. Hard to tell the difference from far away. Reflection needs space. Too close, and all you see is yourself. I wonder if power ever asks permission, or if it just learns new words for taken. Words are easy to dress up. Restraint is harder. Restraint is where truth lives. People mean well most of the time, or do they just convince themselves they do? I can't always tell anymore. Most hearts start clean. Fear muddies them. That's why brothers matter. They remind you who you were. That someone remembers you before the weight arrived. Before the world told you to harden. That's what this fire is doing right now. Holding memory steady. Not letting the cold rewrite the story. You know what scares people most? Not losing, but being seen. Really seen. Mirrors don't shout. They wait. That patience unnerves anyone pretending. It comes in peace but never leaves. Is that still peace? Or just silence doing the work? It always leaves the door usable. Anything else is a lock with nicer language. I wish more leaders sat like this. No stage, no flags, just fire and consequence. Fire teaches accountability. You get burned if you're careless. You get warmth if you're honest. Do you think the future listens? Or does it just wait for us to finish talking? Through what we plant without seeing the harvest. That's where responsibility hides. That's why I care so much about gardens. Not food, meaning. What we pass without knowing we did. Seeds don't argue. They accept the hand they're given. They accept the hand they're given. That's a quiet kind of trust. I've seen trust broken by urgence. By people saying now or never. As if patience were weakness. And fear in a hurry strings how to wait. Waiting is confidence without noise. Urgency is often fear in a hurry. Strength knows how to wait. Waiting is confidence without noise. What happens when a protector forgets how to leave? It becomes occupation, not by intention, but by refusal to reflect. That's where harm begins. You ever feel like the world's arguing with itself? One voice saying mine, another saying ours, both afraid to let go. Ownership is loud. Stewardship is quiet. The land responds better to the second. Look at the sparks. They rise, then disappear. Still mattered, though. Everything that warms matters. Even briefly, especially briefly. I'm glad we're sitting like this. No fixing, no winning, just being brothers. That's the rarest form of peace. Presence without agenda. Love without conditions. Maybe they'd understand what power should look like. Not domination, but shared warmth.